Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about arbitration and something that is actually pretty big labor legislation that is headed to President Biden's desk to be signed. I don't know how much coverage it's going to get because of everything else going on, but it's kind of big news, to be honest, and more than likely applies to you in some way. I would be willing to bet when you got hired, your new hire packet contained a whole bunch of forms that you signed and half read. One of them probably had a clause about arbitration in it. Arbitration simply is settling of things that would be a lawsuit, and it's doing it behind closed doors. It's doing it in private through a means outside of the judicial system. There are times when this makes sense. There are certain industries where this makes sense a lot. Anything dealing with secrets, trade secrets, intellectual property, stuff like that, it makes sense to do it that way. One category of dispute that it doesn't make sense in is things dealing with sexual harassment or assault. This legislation says those clauses, they can't be used anymore. The reason it matters is the reason it makes sense in other industries. You would want something like that if you were dealing with secrets, because everything happens behind closed doors, nobody talks about it, and everything is protected. If you're talking about harassment, the same thing happens. It happens behind closed doors, which often protects the person that should be held accountable for their actions. It leads to multiple instances of one person harassing different people. That goes away. That's gone under this legislation. These clauses become unenforceable, which, this is good news. And this is legislation that has been years in the making. I want to say, and fact check me on this, I want to say it was 2018, 2017, something like that, when this first started rolling. And, it's not like it was going to be signed under Trump anyway, but here we are now. It's passed the House. It's passed the Senate. Biden has signaled that he's going to sign it. So this is labor legislation. This is the kind of legislation that can hold or help hold people accountable that often were able to skate by using this method. If you keep it behind closed doors, nobody knows. So the payment gets made, the person leaves, somebody new takes their position, and ends up suffering the same fate. And that cycle continues. This is going to offer a wider level of protection for particularly for women who are working for rich and powerful men who think they can get away with anything. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.